What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're reviewing Batman. This one came out in 1989, was directed by Tim Burton, and stars Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Now, before we start, like a button, subscribe to the post notification bell so you know every video. Let's just start. Let's start talking about the good. So, most of the actors and actors in this film are really good. Especially Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne and Batman. He is my favorite Batman of all time. Jack Nicholson as Jack or the Joker, one of, if not my favorite Joker of all time. And Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale. The opening sequence, I thought it was good. Batman fights two criminals, and of course he says the iconic line, "I'm Batman," and it is awesome. That is the first time we see Batman in his costume saying the line, and it's phenomenal. The cinematography, which because the shots of cameras, lighting, I thought it was good. Tim Burton has his own style. Of course, this takes place in the city. You have the smoke, all of that. I think, well, I'll get to Gotham later, but the cinematography I thought was overall very good. The first act of the film, I thought it was good. It sets up the characters well. It sets up Michael Keaton's character, Bruce Wayne, as Bruce Wayne and not Batman until after the opening sequence. So after the opening sequence, when he is in the costume of Batman, you start to develop his character, and I really enjoyed Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Joker, played by Jack Nicholson, is fantastic and very terrifying before and after his face transformation. So the actor's chemical scene I'll get to later, but when his face finally transforms into the Joker, he is terrifying. Alfred, played by Michael Gough, is great. I really enjoyed this portrayal of Alfred. He's not in a lot of the sequences in this film, as it's not focused on his relationship with Bruce Wayne, but he is in a good amount for me to actually care about his character. There's also a great scene where the Axis chemicals sequence where Jack falls into the chemicals and gets a scarred face, and you see him actually turn into the Joker in terms of his face, and it was a great sequence. The second of the film, I thought it was good. It progresses the film well. The story progresses well. I cared about what was happening in the second act of the film. There's also a great reveal of the Joker before shooting his boss. That's the first time we see the face of Joker, where he says, "Call me Joker," and he gets out of the shadows and you see his face. The first time we see the face of Joker, and it is awesome. And then he just goes off and just shoots his boss 5 times, 6 times, I don't know how many times, but there's comical music playing in the background, and I think it fits the Joker because he is this terrifying, comedic, sort of messed up human being, and it is awesome. There's also a creepy scene where their Joker ads on the news, and there's creepy smiling where everyone's smiling very creepily. It's one of the creepiest sequences in the film, and of course it would make sense because Tim Burton did direct this film. There's also a great scene where Vicky Vale, the Joker, are in the museum. Joker kills the people in the museum with purple poison gas. Of course, he has a mask on, and he kills them all with purple poison gas, and I really enjoyed how Tim Burton used Joker's gadgets in this film, because while they are sort of, for Joker, they are supposed to be not realistic, but yet a lot of the props and a lot of the things that Joker uses look realistic. Like, they look like they could be used by a man like this. So I thought overall that sequence was great. There's also a hilarious and iconic sequence where Joker and his henchmen are ruining a museum where they're painting on the walls, and it's a very fun sequence. So there's music in the background. Joker is hilarious in that sequence. The Batmobile is awesome, one of the best. The design is great. And I still prefer the Batman 2022's Batmobile because it felt like it was its own character in a way. But this Batmobile is still fantastic and very iconic. There's also a great scene where Batman fights Joker's henchmen, and he just annihilates all of them. Of course, he doesn't kill them because it's Batman, but he's just punching them back and forth, and it's awesome. There's also another great scene where Bruce Wayne talks to Joker. He actually has a conversation with Joker about twice in this film. One of them is important, one of them isn't really important, but the one that I'm talking about right now is the important sequence where Batman has a conversation with Joker, and he doesn't really talk to Joker a lot. Like I said, he only talks to him about twice, but it is effective. There's also a good flashback sequence where Bruce's parents were killed by a younger Joker, and he looks very creepy. I really enjoy that backstory sequence because Jack Nicholson as a Joker is fantastic, and it makes sense that he would have killed Batman's parents. The third act of the film is very well done. Joker has a parade. He fills the balloons with poison gas, and he's about to, of course, explode all the poison gas on the people, so that they, of course, die. And I thought that sequence in the third act of the film worked very, very well, and overall, it was very well done. There's also an iconic sequence where the bat plane has a silhouette in front of the moon in the third act. One of the greatest sequences in this entire film. I absolutely adore that sequence. Tim Burton did a fantastic job with that, and it really set up, it really established the moonshot. That was the iconic moonshot of Batman, and now many films have tried to mimic it, but this is the original, and it is still fantastic to this day. The final battle, which is Batman versus Joker and his henchmen on the top of the bell tower, is awesome. I really, really enjoyed that final battle. It made sense. It was brutal. Batman and Joker just punching each other. Joker does fall to his death, and he's smiling and laughing, and it is the creepiest thing in this entire film. The police find a creepy laughing device with the dead Joker still smiling. It's awesome. That final battle is very, very iconic and works very, very well for this film. And the ending sequence I thought was great. Batman stares at the moon with the bat signal in the sky, and it is the end. That is a great ending sequence to this film. That's all the good that I have. Now let's move on to the bad. So most of the characters are not very interesting and very bland. I did not care about a lot of the characters in this film except the lead characters. And there are some slow sequences. There were a few sequences that I guess could have been condensed a little bit so that the pacing would have been a little better. That's about it. Batman is a good superhero film. It is definitely an instant classic for me and very nostalgic for me, and I highly recommend it. And I'm going to give Batman a B. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, post notification bells so you know for a video. I'm Peter. Thanks for watching.